The median sale price for a home in Los Angeles hit a new all-time peak this week, a new all-time high. So I thought this week we'd play a little game. I'm going to tell you the new all-time high median sale price for a home in Los Angeles. But before I do, we're going to wager a simple over-under bet. And you're going to place your bet based on other data points that came out this week. My name's Jon Schwartz. I'm a real estate investor, realtor, and house hacker in Los Angeles, California, and this is the Los Angeles Real Estate Roundup for July 1st, 2024. So look, last week, the median sale price of a home in Los Angeles was $909,000. And the previous all-time peak was set 3 weeks ago at $913,000. So the over-under you're betting on today is $918,500. The question is the median sale price of a home in Los Angeles this week over or under $918,500? Now you're going to bet just by commenting over or under in the comments below, but before you do, I'm going to show you other data points from this week to help you have an informed wager on this over-under. All right, here we are as per usual at the Redfin weekly market data for the Los Angeles metro market. We're starting with homes sold, which has been the same story almost every week this year. Homes sold is almost completely identical to the number of homes sold last year. This is something we want to keep in mind when we look at our next data point, new listings. And as you can see, this year's new listings line in orange has been above last year's new listing line in blue every single week of the year, which is great because it means active inventory should be growing if the number of sales compared to last year is the same. And just to note, this week we had 1,503 new listings this week. That's up from 1,421 last week. The year over year grew from 13% to 13.7%. But what I want to note is that what we've been seeing the last few weeks mirrors exactly what we saw over the same weeks last year. So I think this little glitch and this return of new listings is just the transition into summer. Hey guys, just a quick break to let you know that I have just produced a newsletter to accompany this weekly video about the Los Angeles housing market. The newsletter is quick and informative and awesome. I go over the week's numbers, I go over the week's big headlines, and I share my best finds in the Los Angeles housing market for the week. So if you want to be informed, you want to know where the numbers are, and you want to see the best deals that the Los Angeles market has to offer, head over to househack.la and scroll down to the bottom of the page and sign up for the newsletter. All right, back to the roundup. What we want to focus on is that new listings have been up every week over last year, because that leads to active listings being still well higher than last year. However, looking more closely at what happened this week, I'm going to point out a looming problem. So this week we had 13,931 active listings on the Los Angeles market. That's up from last week's 13,862 active listings on the market. However, last week, the year-over-year growth in listings was 16.1%, whereas this week, it's 15.53%. What we have here is a situation in which the absolute number of active listings on the market has gone up, but the year-over-year gain from last year has gone down. And that's something we might continue to see as the year progresses. We can already see in this lower graph here that the year-over-year change in active listings peaked a couple weeks ago. Let me draw a straighter line there. And since we've been declining. Now we can see last year, starting at this point, active listings actually climbed until November. So for us to continue to stay ahead of last year in terms of active inventory, we're going to have to see this number grow, not just absolutely, but year over year percentage-wise. Of course, supply is one side of the equation, demand is the other. Let's put them together by looking at the week's supply graph. And this week, we actually saw a nice little uptick in weeks of supply, from 13.1 weeks of supply on the Los Angeles market to 13.8 weeks supply on the Los Angeles market. And we'll note that weeks of supply is the highest it's been since at least 2021 with 13.8 weeks. Last year we had 11.8 weeks at this time. In 2022 we had 11.4, and in 2021 we had 9.5. With supply going up, that must mean prices are softening, right? Well, check this out. This is the new listing median price for Los Angeles. This is the median price at which new homes are listed. Now, the big story last week was this fall from $969,000 to $960,000. That was the biggest decrease in asking price that we'd seen all year. Well, guess what? This week, we completely made up for it. We're now back at $972,000 as a median asking price for a home in Los Angeles. This suggests strength amongst sellers, confidence This suggests a market that's heating up. That said, check out this graph showing the percent of active listings with price drops. We have climbed this past week all the way up to 14.5%, up from 14.3%. We're on a trajectory that looks very similar to 2022. That's that black line. 2022 was the year that rates doubled and home prices tanked. How is it possible that home sellers are bringing homes to market at incredibly high prices, highest we've seen, while at the same time, home sellers are having to cut prices at some of the highest levels we've seen since 2022? Let me shed some light on that. Now we're looking at off-market in 2 weeks as a percentage of pending sales. When homes go off-market in 2 weeks, that's a sign of a very strong market. And as you can see, that percent has been climbing for 3 weeks straight now. 3 weeks ago, we were at 28.8% of listings going off-market in 2 weeks. Now we're at 31.8%. And this is the great head scratcher of the Los Angeles real estate market, especially right now. It's almost like there are two markets. There is a market in which inventory is growing and prices should be getting weaker. And then there's this other market in which homes are coming to market at very high prices and getting bought up very quickly. All right, and now that you're completely confused about what's happening in the Los Angeles market, it's time for you to place your wager. Just as a reminder, the over-under is $918,500. So if you think this week's median sale price for a home in Los Angeles is $918,000 or below, you want to vote under. If you think it's $919,000 or above, you want to vote over. Take a second now to place your bet by writing over or under in the comments. I'm going to give you a second to do it, pause the video, and then we're going to come right back and look at the median sale price for a home in Los Angeles this week. And the median sale price for a home in Los Angeles this week is $921,000. The overs win it. I myself am amazed that the median sale price has climbed to $921,000 in this moment. It really seemed like inventory was beginning to accumulate. We have seen price declines in other large metros across the country. The fact that the LA market has reached a new all-time pricing peak is kind of extraordinary. And again, I truly believe it's because of the bifurcated Los Angeles housing market. On the one hand, you have homes that are in very desirable neighborhoods. They're move-in ready. They get listed at pretty high prices, they get bid up, they sell quickly, and they sell for a lot. But at the same time, active inventory has grown. It's 15% higher than it was last year. So where are these homes? Well, these are the homes that aren't move-in ready, that aren't on the best block, and this is where there's a buying opportunity. Subscribe for more market updates and more videos about those buying opportunities. See you next time.